Now, sometimes you do everything right and things kind of just happen. And today we got another good one here. It's going to run for about 15 to 17 minutes, something like that. But we have a lot of interesting spots, a lot of good stuff. And you are going to want to stick around to the end for the pocket aces situation because I'll tell you what, it was just one of those hands, man. I'm also gonna say this one time. If you guys are not in our community yet, I don't know why you're not in there, man. It's gonna be in the pinned comment. You can talk with me, other high level members. Plus, if you're just trying to get to the next level, I've been doing this for 2 decades basically, right? I play, a few times a week. I put in decent volume, and yeah, man. And I think it just helps to talk to other people while you're playing because let's be honest, it can be pretty isolating, especially when you're playing online or whatever. Okay, anyways, also you can tap the like and let's get right into this. And yeah, we are going to be starting up in this one. You can kind of already see that's the case here. And pretty much it's going to play pretty tight to begin here. And, I was feeling pretty good. Things were going good, not much to worry about, kind of just, protecting it, playing tight. But, the way I approach playing, and I say this every, time I'm posting these videos, is that it's more of an exploitive approach. I don't have I don't play by GTO, I don't play by ABC. It's more of just looking how the players are playing at your table and picking up on that and really just if you notice somebody's just kind of playing like a GTO style, you can kind of flip the script on them and start bluffing more. And yeah, I mean, you're just trying to outplay the opponents at your table, okay? And you can't really approach this anymore from like a robotic kind of thing. You have to really focus, on what you're doing, okay? You got to focus on the plays you're making. And sometimes I make plays and they don't work, but for the most part, if I feel confident that I can get something through on somebody, you know what, man, I am going to go for it, okay? All right, with that said, though, first interesting hand here we're going to be looking at is going to be an ace-queen suited. And yeah, I think player 6 is going to open here, and then player 1's going to re-raise, which kind of puts us in a spot where, do you want to re-raise here? I don't know. To me, I think this was just a call, even though this is a super strong hand. I mean, just look at it. You got player 6 first to act here opening. Player 1's going to re-raise it just a little bit. And, I didn't want to get in a situation where maybe we're going, just kind of shoving pre here with this, even though I probably wouldn't fold it. But, it is what it is, right? So I'm just going to call here back over to player 5. I'm expecting player 6 to obviously make this call because it's just a little bit more. Plus, he opened here, so I don't know why he wouldn't call this. And we're just going to kind of go from there, Player 6 taking his time. I don't even know what's to think about here, man. You opened. You really not going to call this? Come on now. I'd be shocked if he didn't call here. I'm actually thinking he might re-raise it, First to act usually got something pretty good if you're going to open, So, re-raising here wouldn't shock me. But I'm never getting away from ace-queen suited either, right? Now, when ace-queen's offsuit, if you look at a chart, it is actually a fold, but when it's suited, it's not. So if somebody comes over the top on you, I mean, technically you're supposed to make the call. But he just folded it, which was really annoying. Now, not a good flop for us. Really nothing there. He checked it, and I kind of was like, all right, we could just check it. Now, we did get a little hope here on the turn, pairing the queen. I'll take that because it's better than nothing right now. And he's kind of playing this super passive, and I was actually okay just going to showdown with this. I thought about putting some thin value in here, but I just kind of checked it, and he turned over jacks, so probably should have put him on something like that, like jacks, tens, maybe ace jack suited, I guess. I don't know, but it is what it is. Kind of got me thinking too, if I would have re-raised that one again pre, then yeah, we would have squeezed out a little bit more, but I kind of still prefer calling there on a re-raise pre-flop like that, especially from early position. Plus, I didn't know what player 6 was going to do, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much over that, and yeah, I'll just, be quiet now. All right, anyways. All right, so, folded this, and there are going to be some folds in here, but like I said, you are going to want to stick around because, yeah, there's just not much I can say right now. You just got to see this pocket aces, situation coming up. All right, All right, player 2 and player 6. Let's take a look at the table. So it looks like I was doing the best here so far. Nobody's really close. I guess player, what, 2? Everybody else is kind of like, where they're at, where they started. All right, player 6. All right, got to the river here. And no idea what either of these guys has. A lot of missed draws. You got the missed flush draw. You got your missed straight draws. Well, 10-8 got there. Queen 10 missed. Ooh, look at this guy. I think he's got 10-8. I would put player 6 on 10-8 here. Player 5 doesn't even have much left. I feel like he's just got to snap this off now. Oh my, dude, I just called it. Like, that made the most sense to me. It wasn't Queen 10, it was A10. That is just something right there. I mean, that's what I figured he had. But player 5, I mean, he didn't have much left. He kind of had to make that call. I guess, plus technically, it's possible player 6 was bluffing. It just seemed very unlikely. And yeah, man, the 8-10 suited, which is one of my favorite hands, got there. That was pretty nice right there. All right, ace 4 suited. I actually just limped in here first to act. I do play these ace x suiteds all the time. I will limp every once in a while because, I mean, we're first to act. A lot of players behind us. So I was kind of okay with doing that. Now, player 2 wants to raise here. That's totally fine as well. He checked it. And this is probably the best case scenario flop here. I mean, we gotta raise this up a little bit. We have so many ways to get there. I mean, we have a straight flush draw possible. Now, of course, we didn't get there on the turn. We didn't hit the 5. We didn't hit the spade. But I'm going to continue here because, I mean, technically, we could still get there for sure. And, of course, we missed everything. I checked it. Reason I checked it was because I feel like player 2 might have called us there if I went large. So I just took the L right there. But I couldn't believe we didn't get there. I mean, we had so many ways. We could have paired the ace, spade, hitting the 5 for the straight. I mean, I can't do the amount of outs in my head, but it's got to be like 18 outs or something like that. We didn't get any of it. All right, next we got pocket 6s, small pocket pair. Obviously, we're going to defend here. Missed the 6. That 5, why wasn't it a 6, right? Now, we did get to the turn here, but kind of just in check fold. Can't really do anything with this at this point, but he's checking it. So it got even worse here on the river. I mean, 10 deuce just got there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, got to check this. We somehow didn't lose right there, so, I'll take it, whatever. All right, jack 4 suited. Going to be playing this. Definitely going to be raising this if everybody folds over to us. We'll see what happens here. And not a lot going yet, but like I said, man, keep sticking around. Keep sticking around, okay? And yeah, man, get in that community. I'm going to say it one more time right now. Get in it. A lot of good stuff in there. All right, here we go. Going to call this. Like I said, I wasn't folding the jack 4 suited. It's not exactly the strongest, but we are suited, and we paired the 4 here. We got runner cards for the flush. Get it a jack on the turn or a 4 on the turn will give us trip. So we're not going anywhere here. I'd like to just kind of get there without, putting in too much more, but player 4, got to keep him honest. All right, so the flush got there on the turn. Now, to me, we're dead here. It's just a fold. I think very likely he had a flush there. Maybe 2 pair, and maybe he had like a flush card, and he just kind of kept going with it, which I would understand too, but definitely just a fold. So if we kind of like circle back to what's gone on so far, kind of just not, I mean, we've had some spots where it's just like we've missed everything, which happens. It is what it is, right? You kind of just keep going and keep playing your game, you don't let it shake your confidence, right? All right, jack deuce, folding it, molding it, folding it, letting it go. Okay. All right, 3-8 suited. Now we are, 5-handed, so we don't, yeah, we're 5-handed, a little bit faster paced for the moment, but I am playing that 3-8 suited, man. There's just no way. We ain't playing that. Right back over to player one, player two, nothing going, and Jack six suited. Now this was another playable hand. I mean, you needed to be defending with these hands, especially in like the bigger small blind, in my opinion. And you have to look at it like this too. Like if somebody's gonna early position raise on you, you can always kind of put them on like an ace king or ace queen or like, you know, mid pocket pair, so you kind of know what you're getting into beforehand. This was a pretty good flop, and of course we missed everything again. Now we did pair the jack, backdoor diamonds got there. I didn't know what to do here. I think I just mucked this. I mucked it. I honestly thought we were gonna lose that, so I just let it go. You know, he went so small too. It just felt like he had me, you know, and he's just trying to squeeze me. So we've kind of made it to where we needed to make it to. Now we have this jack nine suited, nice looking hand. You know, you could limp into this, you could open raise it, you know, either or, honestly, especially because we're five-handed right now. But I chose to do a little limp, little shrimp, limp shrimp, I guess. Just making up words now. And yeah, anybody raises totally fine. We're obviously going to be seeing a flop with this, and we're so deep that like, you know, anything can happen, right? This is a hand that could definitely crack some bigger hands as well. You know, aces, kings, whatever, ace, king, blah, blah. You guys get it. And player one is going to raise it up here. Not sure how much he went, but he did raise it up. All right, so yeah, player six taking his time. This guy was really annoying me, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you're playing, you got to deal with people like this. Shouldn't take this long to make a decision, you know, but can't do anything about it. If someone's, you know, playing slow at your table, you just deal with it. I think he's going to fold too. I'm pretty sure. As we just sit here and wait. All right, yeah, so he's going to fold it. Took forever to make a decision there. It is what it is. All right, so player one, and like I said, I'm totally fine with somebody opening raising here. It's whatever to me. I don't even care. Could argue I should open raise with this, which maybe I should have, but it doesn't matter. All right, so player one's just going to go straight to the 25 piece, which, you know, is a big indicator to me. He's got a good hand. Ace king, ace queen suited, high pocket pair, all those things very possible, but it's fine. He's giving us some information right now, so we're going to make this call and hopefully get some kind of nice setup here where, you know, we can extract whatever we can, right? And it was actually not a bad flop, right? Because we have a heart out there, so we have runner hearts. The 10 would give us a straight, and we're also blocking jack king. So if the 10 does land, it's a lot less likely he's going to be having like a jack king suited because we're blocking, you know, that hand holding a jack, right? Now he's going to continue here. I'm expecting him to do this with all his ace X's, you know, and check out this turn card, though. That's exactly what we needed. So we got there. I'm totally thinking, you know, that's exactly what we needed. Not worried about anything at this point. Hoping this guy's got a really strong hand. You know, maybe ace king, ace queen, ace 10 suited, something like that, you know. What I didn't expect was what was going to happen next here, right? Now, there's also a flush draw out there. I'm not really worried about that. Look at how large this guy went. And like I said, I know he doesn't have jack king. I'm already throwing that one out the window. So I felt like there's only one play we're going to make here. You know, we're just going to come over the top. Now, I'm hoping he doesn't have a set. That's what I was thinking, too. I'm like, I hope this guy doesn't have a set because we still have to dodge the river, even though we're going to be huge favorites going to the river. You know, anyways, he's going to call us off here. And we're going to see the sort of bad news. Well, he's got a set of aces. So pocket aces, board paired, and I'll tell you what, guys. Nothing more frustrating than that, but it happens, and I'm here to tell you it does. If you ever run into a problem like this, another reason you should be in our community, man. You can talk with me, other high-level members. If you have not subscribed yet, please do that. You know, for taking that loss right there, man, tap that like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.